Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is Saturday, August 16th of 2025. So I am going to be making some creamy mushroom soup. So I've got my goat's milk that I got from Walmart. So it's a 1 liter. The regular price is $5.88. I got it for $2.94. I also have stuff right here. I'm also going to use some bok choy, and I think it was 5 or 6 little things. I forget how many. Normal price is $3.98, and I got them for $1.99. And then I have 3 things of the mushrooms. What was the size? Oh, 227 grams. The regular price is $2.48, and I got them for $1.24 each. I bought these a couple weeks ago. There was 5. We got through 2. I still have 3 left. So I decided with the goat's milk and the mushrooms, I was going to do a creamy mushroom soup. But I also had the bag of bok choy, so I'm going to add that in. As well as I have a brick here. It's a 700 gram, 700, double checking, yes, 700 gram thing of tofu. Let's do this. So for the tofu, I just opened it, drained it, and then I just took my knife and I just cubed it all. So first thing, I'm going to start with the milk. I'm just going to pour in a full liter of, like I said, I'm using goat's milk. Okay, that's on the outside, just funny marking. So that's 1 liter. I do have more goat's milk. I do have another liter of goat's milk if I needed it. But I'm just going to start with the 1 liter. I'm just going to turn this to medium, making sure I'm turning the right burner on. I have made that mistake. Turn the wrong burner. Okay, and like I said, 3 packages of the mushrooms. I've already got them sliced into thin slices, so I'll be adding in. And I will be grabbing my immersion blender as well to really mix all this stuff in. And there's my bok choy. And the block of tofu. Just trying to empty out my fridge today, so in that goes. And my spoon. I'm just going to get this all kind of good stir. I'm just going to get this heated up. So I've got it on like a medium high, so I've got it set to between medium and 6. So I guess that would be equivalent to, like, say, a 5. I don't know. It's hard to read. So I like to give this a good stir just to mix all this in. Like I said, with the immersion blender, when I mix this in, it's going to be, less noticeable of the bok choy, and definitely the tofu. The tofu, you won't really see. So I'm just going to wait for this to heat up. I'm going to run down and grab my immersion blender because I thought it was up here. I guess I have taken it back downstairs. So I'll be back as soon as this gets heated and I can use the immersion blender. All right, so I cannot find my immersion blender. So I am going to add the 2nd liter of goat's milk. I'm going to shake this first. And then I honestly don't know where it got put since the last time I used it. It should be right here in the cupboards, or it would be downstairs on the shelf in the pantry. I do not see it. That's okay. As much as I would love to make this I'm still going to make this as a creamy mushroom soup. I'm just going to have to use something else instead of my immersion blender. I do have my NutriBullet, so I may put this through the NutriBullet as soon as it is kind of warmed up a little more. I think I'll do that. I'm going to look for my NutriBullet and blend it that way. Just because, I mean, as much as I like soup, I don't like the mushroom soup when it's big chunks of mushroom. I like the more pureed, and I cannot figure out where my immersion blender went. I do know I had two, and I said I was going to get rid of them as I want a new one, as I do use my immersion blender so much. I'm just wondering if the last time I used it, if it just totally stopped working and I just threw it out, but I don't think I would have, because I don't remember. So that's also the thing, when I'm going through and I'm getting rid of stuff, I may have accidentally, donated it, or it could be in, like, we were moving things, I've been moving things down in the pantry, redoing the pantry, so I have some stuff in other boxes. But I'm in the middle of making soup. This is not the time to start digging through more boxes. I am going to check in the cupboards above my head. I mean, I've got the one above the microwave and the one above the fridge, just in case it got put up there and just pushed behind stuff. But I don't think so, because I don't see the wires. I have checked every cupboard. Even the cupboards that it shouldn't be in or shouldn't fit in, I even checked. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I added the 2 liter of goat's milk to this. I'm just gonna let this continue to cook, and I'm gonna check those cupboards, and then if not, I'm just gonna use my NutriBullet. So I will be right back. Right, so I have the Magic Bullet. I have both. I've got a Magic Bullet and the NutriBullet. The Magic Bullet is the one that has this larger capacity beverage maker portion, container, whatever you want to call it. So like the big blender. So I'm going to just see how well this will work to puree my mushroom soup. Fill it into the max line, put the lid on, and just puree my stuff this way. Pour this out and grab the next bunch of mushrooms and bok choy, because I don't mind a few pieces of mushroom in here, but I just don't like a lot of mushrooms with like big chunks of stuff in my soup. So I'm just going to do this for all of it, and I will be back. Right, so not the way I wanted to puree my soup, but that worked just as well. So now I've got nice soup. I mean, I do have some big pieces of mushroom in here, some bigger pieces of the bok choy in here, which is fine. I don't need it 100% pureed. I do like bigger chunks of stuff in my soup. I just didn't want a whole bunch of just whole mushrooms. I mean, I can always later go back through the my little Magic Bullet and do it slowly. Like when I go to move it from this pot to the one that's going to be sitting in the fridge, I can then just go through that again if I felt like it. But I think this is good. So now I'm just going to, splashing. I'm just going to continue stirring this and get it back up to like a, not quite like a high boiling, but just kind of get it back to like a boiling, like a low boil or just starting to boil. So I don't want to scorch the milk. So I will be back when it's at the right temperature. Right, so it's almost at the right temperature. It looks really good. So I'm just going to angle my camera like that. Here we go. And it's almost at the right temperature. I'm just going to lift myself up a little bit here so you can see. In this bowl I've got, still have some of the chunks of the bok choy, the mushroom, and the tofu. Just went to turn that around so you just get like a zoom in of my spice racks. I'm just going to try this piece here. So I've got mushroom, bok choy, and tofu. And it is really good. It does need some pepper. That's what I didn't put in yet. Before I add any spices, I always like to try it so it's not quite warm. I mean, it is warm, but it's not quite hot enough to eat. But I wanted to try it before I start adding spices. So like I said, it definitely needs pepper, which I do not have up here. So I will have to run down to my pantry to grab it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna get this heated up a little bit more. But that is my easy homemade cream of mushroom soup. So it's just goat's milk and mushrooms are basically the two ingredients I usually use. I added the bok choy because I had it in the fridge and I'm not going to be using it. It's got to get used up. And I had the thing of tofu, which I kind of forgot about and it needed to get used up too. But other than that, you know, it gets very easy. I love these creamy veggie soups that I make. Just kind of everything out of the fridge can just go into a pot with your, you know, with your milk, or you can make it with, like I said, I've made them before where I just use water with my OXO type cubes. But yeah, very easy mushroom soup. Again, just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.